Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In case you're new here, I'm Kim, this is Core Union, and we're live on Saturday. It's just about 10:40 a.m. in the US where I am. And I wanted to come on because I just did a video. I'll put this up shortly, sometime today. It's editing, but it doesn't matter how long I've been manifesting, and I've been consciously creating since 2005, 2006. And to this day, I'm completely amazed, especially with the people who are the closest to me, meaning the people in my little bubble, in my reality, that I care about and love the most. It seems to me that the deeper I care about this person or these people, the more perfect the reflections are, that it's just, to this day, it's still mind-blowing to me, because I am somebody who tends to I kind of hand myself over and just surrender completely to life. It doesn't mean that I don't mean at all that I'm going on autopilot and just fully going with the flow. All that means is that I trust this so deeply and I live by it so I am 100% all in with it, because there's too many experiences that I've had over however many years this has been that's proven to me how perfect this all really is. So I'm just going to get on like I always do here and see if I can see if people are on just yet. I kind of did another surprise attack like I always do. So I'm just going to check this out. But I wanted to talk about what the video is about. Let's see if we have anybody on yet. If you guys are coming on, please say hi and let us know where you're from. And I'm going to be doing this for a little while today. I do have a delivery coming, and I have somebody who's going to be following the delivery to help get the stuff in my place because it's too heavy for me. So Dia, good morning, Kim. Good morning, Dia. How are you today? So I just wanted to tell this story really quickly. I am going to be uploading the video that I just shot. I just filmed it a few minutes ago. So this is going to overlap completely. But yesterday, I just had such an amazing experience with like one of the most important people who's in my life. And I just wanted to tell the story really quickly here. And then I will upload the video later, because it seems to me, and I don't know why, and I really don't care, it's not a big deal, but the videos, my regular videos get like over 1,000 views, but it seems that when I go live, these views are less. So I'm going to share the story for some of you guys who may or may not see the other video. But so everyone, as you pushed out, couldn't be more accurate, but this is what it doesn't mean. Okay. Hi, Julie. Julie said, hello, I'm from Virginia. Awesome. Thank you. Good to have you. So again, everybody in your life who you are the deepest and the closest with, the people who you love the most, are going to be they're just going to perfectly mirror your conscious and subconscious thoughts to you. That simple. And people get tripped up when in their 3D reality, when these reflections are happening, and people get really tripped up by it. And instead of seeing it, like stepping back from it and going into observance of it, they just get sucked into it, and it's like they adhere to the 3D, what's happening, instead of just saying, okay, this is literally reflection. This is just reflecting my thoughts that I had yesterday, the day before, last month, last year, 10 years ago, or something from my childhood, something that I believe is in my system right now. It's just active right now, which is the only reason why I'm experiencing it. And when we're triggered by things, that just means that you have something. I know it's a surprise attack, exactly. And that, like what Christina just said, like, well, let me go on with my story, because you guys know how I am. I can get like, I'm like bunny, shiny thing. And then I get off my topic. So let me just stay focused here. So over the past week in particular, but especially over the past 2 or 3 days, you guys, I have explained before, like I'm into interior design. It's just one of my gifts. I love designing things. That said, I do like to feel like super comfortable in my living space. And lately, over the past few days, especially, I've, really admired, like, I want to make this place look beautiful in the background for my YouTube channel and for my videos, because I treat this the same way I treated my retail business. Like when I had my store wasn't in shambles. My store always looked perfect because I wanted people, when they came in, I wanted customers to know that I care about the space, that I value the space. It transcends into good business. And it's the same way, like I take pride in wanting my videos to look beautiful and wanting you guys to enjoy aesthetically what you're looking at. So I'm not going to come on here looking all crazy. I'm not going to come on here with my hair all nuts. I'm not going to come on here with, like, you're not going to see the mess that might be behind the camera's view that you don't see, right? But this is the part that's like the perfect reflection of how everyone is pushed out. Over the past few days in particular, I have felt this feeling of, I don't know if it's anxiety, but it's been this feeling of like wanting, like, I miss having a single family home. So I look forward to someday buying, another home. Right now I'm in this apartment building. It's brand new. It's beautiful. I manifested it. I absolutely love living here. It's safe. It's secure. The building, again, is clean. My neighbors are awesome. Everything about it is awesome. But the one thing, the couple things that have been getting to me over the past couple of days has been, I always feel the need to keep my place looking perfect in case somebody from maintenance or somebody from the building needs to come in to access something, or to do some sort of scheduled service, like a filter replacement or something. And also because I know this isn't actually mine. And when the day comes that I do move out, I want it to be easy to just get my stuff and leave without there having to be a bunch of stuff to fix or anything. So I tend to be a little bit of a minimalist. I don't hold on to clutter. I get rid of things very easily. And when I moved in here, I had very few belongings, and I've just bought things. Again, it's almost like as if this is almost like a set. Like I want things to look good for my videos. But for me personally, I've been feeling this frustration of like, oh, I just like miss the feeling of things just being lived in and being able to be a little messy and feel free. Because I just feel like the need, and which is important to me, that everything always looks good for my videos. And what's interesting is it was like, again, a sense of this feeling of feeling confined. And my person literally just reflected this back to me so perfectly that it was almost like word for word. And I was just completely like, just dumbfounded by how precise the reflections are. And this is just how life works. And, like we were just texting and stuff, and the exact words of what I've been feeling about the space was just perfectly mirrored back to me. And I was just like, wow, like it doesn't matter how many years, it doesn't matter how well-versed I am in it. It's just still to this day, it literally never gets old. It never gets old. So anyway, and I also wanted to say, so guys, don't get tripped up. Like somebody just commented under one of my videos, they were frustrated because their person, I guess, instead of when they're spending time together, my phone is editing, I would go to the comment if I could, but instead of their person paying attention to them, their person was like looking at text messages or something on their phone. And they felt like, hey, if this is my person, why would they not be basically prioritizing me? That's the feeling I got with the comment. And I want to say the user, so if you're on here, say hi. I feel like the name is something like Glow Time or something like that. And I'm responding to your comment by saying this: they're only reflecting something that's active within you, and you're triggered by it all the more because it's really active in you, and it's something that it's time for you to release and let go of. They're showing you something within you that doesn't feel like you're a priority, and you are a priority, but you have to see yourself as a priority, and you have to see that other people value you, respect you, and appreciate you, and that you're a priority to them too. And I would literally stake my life on it that up until this point, you have this in your system, and especially about this person. Okay. So don't blame the other person. The other person is reflecting you back to you, and it is a sacred, divine filtering system. It's a beautiful thing. So I understand how you could get triggered, completely get it. But when we get triggered, it's really important, instead of continuing to create from the trigger, because then you're just creating you're creating your tomorrow and the next day and the next week and the next month and your future, whether it be with just this person or every other relationship. You're creating from your wound and from your triggers. So you're going to continue to experience the very thing that you don't want, which in this case, Glow Time, if that's your name, sorry, is that you are not a priority, but you are a priority. But you have to accept yourself, love yourself, and you value yourself as being a priority, trusting and knowing that when you do that, everyone else in your reality will do that, unless you have a very deep wound that you attached to particular people, or if you have a specific story that has pretty much like gotten really deep with a particular person. And all you have to do is start seeing them in their highest and best. Like every time you think of them, every time you have an experience with them, you always just see them in their highest and best, always with complete, pure, unconditional love. Also, remember, you are not controlling things in the 3D. A lot of you guys are, you're talking about manifesting. You know, have you guys heard this? Like, you have to be the doer and not just the hearer. You have to take this stuff to heart, and you have to be all in with it. You can't, some of the things, I went over this with one of my clients over this past few days. Some of the things that cause us a lot of stress and anxiety when we decide to adopt this kind of lifestyle is when we're living in both worlds. It's called serving both masters, living in both worlds. You have to make a decision, and you have to know that you're not just saying affirmations and then looking out to your 3D. Did it work yet? You can't manifest that way. That's not manifesting at all. That's literally not trusting in the process. The trusting in the process is having the blind faith, knowing that this is just how life works, knowing that life will reflect your innermost dominant thoughts, beliefs, and feelings about whatever the subject is. Okay. So anyway, let's see who else is on. Alexia Majestic, good morning. Kim, good morning, Alexia. Did I already say good morning to you? I'm sorry. Emma Rose, good morning, Kim. Good morning, Emma. And Kat, morning, Kim with a heart. Heart back to you, Kat. Good morning. Do we have anyone else on? Let's see. So I'm going to have to check my phone in a second to see if my delivery is downstairs yet, because when it does, obviously I have to cut out. But I just wanted to share that story in particular today because it's just amazing to me and incredible to me. And, you know, another thing I wanted to share was that over the past few days, in the past week, almost all of my clients have been reporting back like major movement and success in all different areas of things that they're manifesting. And I've been so like so proud of them and so happy. And it's so gratifying to me too, to be living out my purpose and helping people basically get out of their own way and to just really trust and know how worthy they are of having what they believe they deserve in their life, or at least teaching them how to believe that they deserve it. And then allowing, you know, when I hear that their life is changing because of the work we're doing together, and really it's the work that they're doing, because I can tell you guys till you're blue in the face, if you don't actually do the inner work, it's not going to work. So it really is that I'm just so proud of my clients. And, you know, I've had some clients that it's a normal thing, you know, you'll get movement that is a direct reflection. And it's like, you know, in those moments, you're like on top of the world and you're like excited and you see your power and you see how this actually works. And, you know, if you don't think of it as your power, just think of it as really simple. It is a mirror. So, you know, it has no choice. It's going to be reflecting you back to you. But then what happens sometime, which we all know this is, you start to see everything reflect the way you want, and then you get little bits and pieces of reflections of the things that you don't want, which is parts of your old story. They come up, and then sometimes you get completely thrown off by it. And sometimes you're ready to give in and give up. But those are actually the times where you really want to dig your heels in. And I know that it can be very difficult, but these are the times. This is literally the whole reason why it's almost like you're in training, that when the opposite shows up again, you are being given an opportunity. Some people see it as a test. I don't see it as a test from, God or anything. I see it as, it's almost like you're getting a chance to see, okay, have I shifted into the version of me that knows that she is worthy of having this, that, and that this person sees my value and my worth. If I'm super deeply triggered, it means that there's still a little part of me that hasn't fully shifted. If in those moments I fall for the 3D, then it's like that was coming up on the surface, giving me an opportunity to say, yes, I still want this experience, or no, thank you, I'm done with it. I'm going to let this go, and I'm just going to stay in faith and in trust. If you stay in faith and in trust in those moments, and you minimize your internal emotional reaction to whatever the subject is, you can get really super excited, because it means that you got through that, you've let it purge, and you can get excited because all the things that you've been working so hard for are unfolding now, and you can get excited and you can get happy, and you can just know, okay, if you do fall for it and you do spiral down, and if you stay, that's the key, if you stay ruminating in that, where your dominant thoughts and feelings are, this doesn't work, this is never going to change, and especially if you're they're never changing, because then you're really falling for this whole illusion of separation, which is just an illusion, then it's all you're doing is you're delaying everything, and you're basically inviting the experience to come in. For it to come out again, it's going to have to come out again, and it'll have to keep coming up over and over again until you finally say, I'm not falling for it anymore. This is my old story. I see this, not going to fall for it. I trust and I know that my end exists. I'm just going to stay happy and excited about it. Okay. So that's something that we all have to go through. Every single person has to go through that. All master manifestors, all teachers, all the best teachers still go through that and have to face their stuff. It is literally part of the mechanism. It's part of life. It's just how it all works. So if you guys are watching, and especially any of my clients who are on right now, if you guys did fall recently for any kind of 3D, whatever, don't worry about it. Just get yourself back in your end, remind yourself what this is, and just get your self-concept in order. Get all of, your love for yourself, your value for yourself, your respect for yourself in order. And also trust and know that everyone in your reality is going to, they value you, they respect you, they care about you, they love you, and they appreciate you too. Okay. And just trust in that and know that, and you're going to experience it. So let's see, Dagmara, how can I mirror me? I was in despair. My beloved dog was diagnosed with tumor on her heart. My SP just didn't care. I can't forgive him for this. That's sad. So that is a sad experience. I think you're asking, how was this mirroring me? So what I gather from your comment is your dog, you went through something with your dog. And also, by the way, with your dog, things happen. We're still going to be faced with death. We're still going to be faced with things happening to ourselves and to our loved ones in our life and stuff. And there's going to be health stuff. But I want you to see your dog. I literally want you to, every morning, noon, and night, I want you to get in some deep breathing, and just deep breath in for a count of 4 or 8, hold for a count of 4 or 8, exhale for a count of 4 or 8. Do that a good 4 times or so. And then I want you to feel into your heart center, and I want you to feel love. This is your home, basically. This is your center. And I want you to feel that sense of love. And I want you to bring your dog in, and I want you to literally visualize holding your dog's face, kissing your dog, and seeing your dog happy, healthy, and just like, you know, the look, like when the dog is like, has like that look in their eyes and they have that like happy look. I want you to just see that. And I want you to say their name, just say, I'm so happy that you're so healthy. I'm so happy that you're so happy. Like things like that. I want you to visualize them walking around, having fun, playing. I want you to visualize yourself playing with them, tossing a ball, having them bring it back. And I just want you to hear yourself say things like, oh, you look so good. You look so healthy. You look so happy. I'm so happy. And even maybe bring in like somebody in your life to be also saying, making comments like, yeah, you know, he or she may be this, but they're looking really good. They're looking really happy. I want you to start having those kinds of visuals now about with the dog, and just see the dog doing extremely well. Now, as far as your SP not caring, or that you saw this reflection, there has to be something active within you that somewhere along the line, you wrote a story believing that your SP is kind of uncaring, either with you, with the dog, or with both. Okay. It's really that simple. So if you want to see this person be more caring with you, then you want to see them. Most people want to be caring people. Okay. That is something that most people who are, you know, most human beings, it's their true nature to be caring. It's that simple. So see them as being very caring with you and with the dog. And when you have memories or thoughts or feelings about your SP not caring, you want to not entertain that thought or feeling anymore. If anyone in your life growing up mirrored this kind of experience with you, then you kind of want to go in, do some deep breathing, and just do some focus affirming on, I am so loved, I am so cared for, you know, things like that. And, you know, I guess I could go on and on, but I don't know what your specific situation is. So unless I know your specific situation, it's hard for me to come up with affirmations that are going to directly help you undo that. But you get the gist of what I'm saying, right? So hocus pocus focus. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, hocus pocus focus. Julie Adams, love your name too, hocus pocus. I love your name. I remember that reference from Abraham. Christina, oops, sorry about that. Where do you put old anger, like when you are ready to leave the old story, have understood why it happened and have been living in the end, but sometimes old anger comes up again? Dig a hole. So you want to release it. You want to let it go. You can do visuals. You can do different kinds of visuals. I'll give you a few examples of some visuals that you can do. Give me a sec. So a little visual that I used to do, and I used to do this when I would say the Ho'oponopono prayer. Sometimes I would imagine taking whatever the situation is and whoever the person is. There are a number of different things you could do. This is just one of many. So like, take this as an example. You could take all of the frustration and the pain around it, and you can almost visualize putting it in some sort of a container in front of you. And you can say Ho'oponopono to the situation. And when you say Ho'oponopono, you're basically saying to God, to higher self, however you want to, however you label that, you want to say, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, to the situation. So in this case, it would be for you, to the situation that caused you to feel these feelings. But you imagine those feelings in some sort of a container. And as you say the prayer, you can literally imagine that the container starts to disintegrate and literally dissolve. And it just literally goes away. It literally fades away. So if you want, you could even, like what I would do with something like this, that I would imagine some sort of a backdrop, like maybe say, here's another one you could do. You could see like a beautiful ocean, and you could see that this stuff, whatever it is, you put it in a container, you put it in the water, you see the water and the currents and the waves slowly going out. And as you say the prayer, Ho'oponopono prayer, watch the container just continually get brought out deeper and deeper into the ocean until it's on like the horizon and it literally disappears. And just imagine that it literally falls off and it goes away. And wherever it ends up, it's just completely, it's gone, it's dissolved. Those kinds of things you can do. You can imagine it kind of a balloon and that you're holding on to it. You can imagine it's a balloon and then you let go of it and you watch it just float away. And maybe you can even watch and just keep it going out distance, getting smaller and smaller in the sky. And then you can imagine the balloon just goes and it just goes away completely. It just disappears. You can also just make a conscious decision to let it go forever and completely. And so like I use this bucket, what is it called, with allergens? It's a medical term that some allergy specialists use to describe what happens in our own like bodies using a bucket as like, it's like the bucket theory. Our bodies can contain like allergens until we've put a little too much. And then when we've put a little too much, it kind of overspills like over the rim of the bucket, and that overspill are the allergies. So if we kind of take that as an example, think about a bucket and think about like, and this goes for, by the way, everybody, this goes for like Old Story and The Purge, when the Old Story keeps coming up in your 3D reality. If you imagine kind of like, imagine that there's dirt in a bucket, and imagine that the dirt is, so imagine a clear bucket. There's some dirt in the bucket, and the dirt is your old story. It's the old circumstance, regardless of what the subject matter is: money, health, relationships, particular people, particular relationships with people, love, stuff like that. So the dirt is all of the old story. If you start to like become aware of this, and you start to like say these affirmations, that's literally just, you're only saying affirmations to change your own mind, and you're changing the neural pathways in your brain. So you start to think of things naturally in a way that is in line and in alignment with what you deserve in life on every level. That's the only reason you're saying affirmations. That's the only reason you're doing imaginal acts. That's the only reason why you're scripting. That's the only reason why you have, inner conversations. You're changing yourself. You're just changing your own beliefs. That's all it is. You're not like putting wishes out into some whatever and hoping that something outside of you grants you a wish. It's not like a magic trick or voodoo or some sort of a spell. You're literally just changing your belief system. Manifesting is just thinking and experiencing what we think. That's it. So change your thoughts to be of love and harmony and bliss and good experiences with everybody around you. That's it. So go back to the bucket theory. So the old story, like the old wounds, the programming that we have from our childhoods, like where our parents did things or what have you, or if we've just perceived things in certain ways as a kid, and then we carry those wounds around in all of our relationships, and we don't realize that we're doing this, and then, all this that. So that's dirt in the bucket, right? That's dirt in the bucket. We all have dirt in the bucket. We all have limiting beliefs. We all have old stories. We all have negative circumstances and wounds from our pasts. So when we start to do the inner work, whatever the technique is that resonates with you, what resonates with you is what puts you into the end state and feeling whatever it is that it's resonating with you. Like, yes, I can feel that I am that version of me now. When you do that work, you're pouring water into the bucket. If you visualize for a second, what happens to a bucket if you visualize a bucket in front of you right now with some dirt in it? It's a glass bucket so you can see, and you start to pour water in it. What's going to happen? You're going to see that the water is going in and all the dirt is going to get kicked up and it's going to be mixed in with the water, right? And then as you continue to put water in and then you maybe stop, what's going to happen? The dirt is going to be in the bucket and it's going to be floating around, and eventually the dirt is going to rise up to the top of the water. When you continue, right? So that's the old story. So the old story is getting pushed out because you're doing all of your inner work and you're changing your beliefs about yourself. You're seeing that you actually deserve to have good health. You deserve to have a good career. You deserve to have security. You deserve to have safety. You deserve to have, a beautiful roof over your head. You deserve to have the love and the kinds of relationships that are nurturing in your life. You deserve to be treated like gold. You are precious. You're magnificent. So as you do this and the dirt keeps going up and over, you keep doing the inner work. The dirt is eventually going to go over the rim. So as the dirt goes over the rim, those are the moments when your old story, so the old version of people are still showing up. That is just the old story coming out. You can do a couple things. You can trust, stay in trust and in faith and say, this isn't my end. This isn't my end, so this doesn't matter. That's it. If you can do that and just take care of your feelings and not take that dirt and shove it back into the bucket, let it overflow. Think of it as the purge. Let it overflow, let it go, and just keep pouring all of the love into the bucket. Keep pouring it in. That dirt is eventually going to float away and go away completely. Okay, so just imagine that the next time that you're getting a mix of hot and cold on a particular subject, a mix of like good and bad, like a mix of, oh, okay, like, yeah, my new stories are reflecting back to me, but then all of a sudden everything shifts and changes and I'm getting the old story. That is the old story. All it is it's giving you a chance to say, yes, I want to keep it. So I'm going to identify with this. I'm going to hold on to this, or, okay, I'm going to let this go. I'm just going to let it go. I'm going to let it purge. Not going to worry about it. I'm just going to trust. I'm just going to stay in my end. This here that's happening is not my end. So does it matter? No, it doesn't matter. Am I going to have, am I in my feelings? Am I in my feelings with it? Yeah. So what do I need to do? I need to love myself. How do I love myself? Okay. A million ways you can love yourself. First, to get out of a spiral, you can go in and take a few deep breaths. You can drop into your heart center and you can say, I am loved. I am empowered. I am created perfectly by my creator. I am loved fully and completely by my creator. I love myself completely. I adore myself completely. I completely deserve to have anything and everything that is a burning desire within me, because the burning desire is God's will for me. And I trust that, and I'm in agreement with that. And I thank you for giving me that. And you can just go into that to get yourself out of a spiral. And to love yourself, I pamper myself, okay? I just take really good care of my body. I put good nutrients into my body. I do whatever I have to do to sleep well. I personally, like, I love to exercise and work out. I love to sauna because I know that it's detoxing my body. A lot of you guys don't have a sauna or don't have access to a sauna. So you can take nice Epsom salts, hot baths. You can take a nice hot bath, dim the lights down, light some candles, listen to music that makes you feel warm inside, that really taps into your heart, taps into your core. Do things, little things like drink your favorite tea, like eat your favorite foods, watch your favorite television shows. If you've wanted to learn a language, learn a language. If you have a desire to paint, buy some canvas, buy some paints, paint, like play music, learn an instrument, do a hobby. I don't know, organize something in your place. Do something that feels good, like literally follow your happiness. That's what you want to do, is follow your happiness, take care of yourself, value yourself. And there are like a million and one. Again, there's so many things you can do. You can just go out in nature, listen to the birds, look at the trees, feel the wind on your skin, how amazing that feels. Go by the water, like there are so many things that you can do. I have a client that recently, he was in a spiral. He went out for a hike. He felt like $1 million. And just when he was like, it just literally shifted his energy. He took a selfie and all of a sudden he gets like this movement with his person because he shifted himself. And then of course, his person reflected that back to him. So anyway, you don't do these things, by the way. You're not doing these things with the intention of getting anybody. I know that sounds kind of like, well, I thought that was the whole point of this. No, the whole point of this is loving you for you. That's the point of it. And then when you love you for you and you accept you for you and you accept yourself fully, people in your life will reflect that appreciation, respect, and love for you back to you. I don't know if you can hear the dogs, but they're barking. Okay, so I hope that helps you, Christina, and anyone else out there, both on letting go of the anger, not pulling it back in. That little Ho'oponopono exercise, that visual, is something I used to do. It was very effective for me, but also keeping that bucket, that idea of the bucket when you're experiencing, and I know this isn't exactly, Christina, what you asked about for anybody out there, though, if you're experiencing hot and cold, or you're experiencing the kind of on-off thing, like good and bad mix of results in your reality, the parts that you don't like are, it's the dirt getting kicked up in the bucket. You're going to get a mix of hot and cold. You're going to get a mix of old and new. Just keep letting the old story rise up, let it get pushed out, and don't attach to it. Attaching means you're identifying with it. It means you're interacting with it. Don't interact with it. Step back, become the observer of your experiences instead of being led and controlled by your experiences. When we feel emotions, we identify with our emotions. We say things like, I'm angry. No, you're not. You're feeling an emotion. You're feeling angry, but you are not angry. You are love. You are pure light and pure love. And you are a human being, and you're also light. You're also created to create in your life. But the human part of you, which is the ego part of you, which is the lower part of you, who deserves a ton of love, is just feeling something that is causing the feeling of anger. But you are not anger. You are not. When you are consumed by anger, you are in the emotion. You are sucked in. It's taking you. It's literally controlling you. Don't let your thoughts, fears, and emotions control you. If you do, you're literally letting life and everything in it, in every circumstance, control you. You take control of it. You step out of the wound and see the wound and become the observer of your thoughts. Become the observer and only engage and interact with the thoughts that are worthy of you. And the things that aren't worthy of you, let them go. Just let them float away. I need to check my phone. Give me a sec. Sorry about that, guys. I just need to see if my delivery is here or not. So sorry about that. Let me excuse myself for 1 second, because I do have to go if it's been delivered, and it has not. Okay, so I hope that helps. Anna Pam, I hope I pronounced that right. I'm sorry if I didn't. Good morning, Kim, with the little heart emoji with the good morning. Alexia, I need to book a session with you. I manifested my SP back. I know what to do, but ever since he came back, we've been dealing with his mom having, passing from cancer. I can feel all of his emotions. Yes, go ahead and book a session with me. All you have to do is go to coreunion.com, click on the link above. I think it says, like, I don't know, what does it say? Like book one-on-one coaching or whatever. You can either book like single sessions, and then after you've booked, email me. I get an idea of what you need. If you wanted to add a little more flavor to it, you could. And then I'll reply back right away with my first available, and we can get to work right away. But I can help you with this for sure. And I'm really sorry about that. Really, very sorry about that. So let's see. Dagmara, despite opinions that the situation is hopeless, whose opinions are those? Because from what I can see, or what I usually teach, you shouldn't be talking about this kind of things with other people in your life, but I'll keep reading. So I don't know what opinions those are, because I manifested that this is not how it will end. Okay. One doctor, we're talking about your dog. Okay. Sorry. One doctor undertook the operation. My dog is alive and healthy. Amen. Good. But how my ex was mirror of me. I explained that. So go back to the recording. I already explained that to you. You have a belief about him that that's how he's going to be, or a belief in general about people that that's how they are with you. It's that simple. See him differently. See him in his highest light. I answered this previously for you. Kat, so thankful for what you're doing. Thank you, Kat. I'm happy to be of service. Okay, Dagmara, I hope that you understand that I see that you're still asking, but I've helped that. Okay. Hocus pocus focus. This happened today with my father. In the past, I would have been triggered by his reaction, but I refused, and it didn't affect me. I stayed true to my new version of him. This felt so good, with a heart. Happy for you. Amazing. Good work. Good job. Keep going. G. So that's Gabriella. Hi, Kim. This is Gabriella. Thank you so much for yesterday. I really appreciate it with a heart. You're welcome. You're welcome. Anytime, anytime. But you know, the most important thing here is you. And when it comes to like, if you're really in a bad space, you need to get out of that. And I'm glad that helped. Also, by the way, I said a little bit of a self-love in the earlier part of this video. So if you didn't catch it, go back and listen to it. Okay. John M. Hey, John, does it mean if you manifest the same thing twice, it was minor, but I really wanted it, then was like, meh, whatever. What does that mean? Okay. I'm sorry, John, but that's not fully clear to me. What does it mean if you manifested the same thing twice? It means that it's still active within you. It's a mirror just showing you what's still active within you, and you can decide to let it go or not. It's not a big deal if it's still active with you. That's the thing. So a lot of you guys get so bogged down with it and frustrated, but when you get bogged down and frustrated with it, you're just falling for the old story over and over and over and over again. So you're putting yourself on a loop. You're torturing yourselves. Like, just try to stop. Applebaum, hey, people in my 3D keep telling me to ask my SP out. So they're mirroring that. They're mirroring that you want to do that. I'm a girl crushing on my guy. It's so cute. I refuse to, since I'm manifesting and old fashioned. Why won't they stop? How do I shut them up? There's nothing. Why would you want to stop that? There's literally nothing wrong with people in your reality reflecting you to ask your person out. It's a good thing. They're reflecting something inside of you of wanting to go out with him. Don't shut them up. You know, Applebaum, I have this really eerie kind of memory. So I can remember a lot of your questions and your posts and stuff. And sometimes I feel like you might waste your energy too much on reflections. Everything is just reflections. So don't worry so much about it. Just stay in your end about you and your guy that you're manifesting back. And by the way, everyone has different situations. So the same advice cannot apply for everybody's specific situations. Okay. So that's the challenge of a coach. When you watch videos and they're like telling you to do X, Y, and Z, if it's not in alignment with what your particular situation is, it's almost a waste of your energy to even watch the video, you know, whether it's mine or anyone else's, because everybody manifests differently. Everybody has a different set, like almost a different matrix of issues. And oftentimes there are layers of this kind of these self-concept issues that we have. So that's where coaching does come in good, because a coach helps basically determine, like, gets to the heart of what the issue is, and then will create kind of a structure for you to overwrite with a new story. But sometimes, like, you guys are getting too sucked into your 3D. It's not that big of a deal. Don't get so caught up in it. How to live from the end and set healthy boundaries at the same time. Example, SP is not there for me, and I feel the urge to stop. So I wanted to finish the thought that I had. I stopped. You know how I am, guys. So if you're doing your inner work, depending on your situation, because this wouldn't be the same advice I would give for everybody, but in some cases, if you're doing all of your inner work about being, you know, all of the self-concept work of having a really healthy, strong self-concept, healthy confidence in yourself, healthy love. And I'm not talking about like this facade and being conceited and becoming obnoxious. I'm talking about a true, deep value, appreciation, respect for who you are. When you are in that place and you're truly, completely, fully trusting in your end, having an amazing, incredible, deep, healthy, satisfying, fun, easy relationship with the person who you adore, if you have an urge to reach out to them and it is a burning desire, it's not coming from ego. It's not coming from trying to manipulate them. It's not coming from trying to change who they are. When you have a burning desire, I'm talking about, like, if you don't do whatever this is, it's not going to let you go. It's a burning desire. But again, it's coming from a good place. It's coming from pure, unconditional love. Pure, not ego, not fear, not like, I need them. I need them. I need to prove to them I love them. I need to prove to them I'm the right one. I need to prove. I need their love. I need their love. That stuff is lack. That stuff is chasing energy. That stuff is, it's obnoxious. It's repulsive. That stuff is going to keep love away from you. Okay. So when I'm talking about that pure unconditional love, and you have a burning desire to reach out to your person, reach out to your person, call your person, text your person, just do it. Like, just listen to your heart. Okay. Because that stuff is oftentimes a bridge. Okay. But again, that doesn't apply for everybody. So sorry. Need a sip. Sorry. I had a joke. I heard a joke the other day I wanted to tell you guys, but I don't have it. It's not enough in my head that I could tell it without messing it up, especially live, but it was really funny. When I think about it, I'm tickled by it. It's just very funny. Sorry, let me just check and see if my chairs have been delivered. They have not. Okay. So, Noor Kiswain, how to live from the end and set healthy boundaries. Oh, I already said that. Okay. So I'm going to read that again. Yeah. Okay. So how to live from the end and set healthy boundaries at the same time. SP is not there for me, and I feel the urge to stop being there for him. So he knows it should be a two-way thing. You're separating your person from you. You're separating your person from you. So that's not actually law of assumption. I don't know how else to say it to you. Just, that's not law of assumption. Your person isn't separate from you. Your person is a divine, sacred person in your life, showing you something in you that's active, that isn't in alignment with what deep down you know you deserve. So look at it that way instead. See your person in their highest light, but see yourself as being worthy and deserving, and see and know that your SP also will fully reflect that to you when you believe it, but when you also see them as being somebody who would show up for you that way. That's the best way I can put it to you in a nutshell. But your comment basically is reflective of not understanding that there's truly no separation. That's it. So with love, maybe go back to the very basics of understanding law of assumption. I would read a little Neville. That might help. Okay. Hocus pocus focus. I love your analogies. Oh, good. Thank you. Thank you. The visual of a glass with dirt on top overflowing was my go-to tool today. That literally allowed me to stay calmer rather than triggered. Perfect. Awesome. Okay, let's see who else is on. Awesome. Good amount of people on right now. Christina said, thank you. You're welcome. Big hugs to you. Salma said, hi, ma'am. Hey, ma'am. Oh, ma'am. That is so reflective of like, by the way, if you're new on this video today, please give this a thumbs up. It helps YouTube spread my channel so I can get, so my content can help more people. Yeah, so I have been saying all along that I'm 52 and I'm only 51. My mom reflected it. My mom told me a little while back, she's like, why you're not 52 yet, you're only 51. I don't know why I was ahead of that. And my friend, I had an old friend, like my buddy from when I was, I don't know, like 25 or so. She visited me for like, I don't know, maybe an hour or so. I think it was last week. And we hung out a little bit and caught up. And it was just really funny to hear stories of us back then when we were like 20s, in our 20s or whatever, but just a friend, obviously. And she even said, you're not 52, you're 51. And I'm like, oh, I've been saying I'm 52. I'm not 52. I'm 51. I'll be 52 in July. Anyway, so when you said, thank you, ma'am, hi, ma'am, that made me think, ma'am sounds like an old, like kind of old, but whatever, doesn't matter. Drew, what if you love yourself too much? There's no such thing as loving yourself too much, unless you mean like a fake, obnoxious love, like a narcissistic love. That's not what we're talking about. That's not what we're talking about. It's not what I'm talking about. I do. Oh, that made me laugh. I'm trying to compose myself. I've seen other YouTube videos where they talk about self-love and kind of the way other YouTube teachers, I feel like some teachers teach the self-love as being a very superficial, very on the surface kind of self-love. It's not true self-love. It's more like, I get it. I understand where they're going with it. They're trying to boost people's confidence, and it can work to a degree, but you also don't want to be like a sugary donut that's this came up with another one of my clients. I'll tell the story in a second, but you don't want to become like a donut that's like all sugary and sweet and beautiful and sexy on the outside and like a hole on the inside with nothing inside. You want to know on the inside how much value you bring to the table in different situations, different relationships. That comes from within, your values, your core values of you, your relationship with others, what you deserve in life, life itself, things like that. You want to, I teach from going from the inside out. You can enjoy, like I'll enjoy like my hair, I'll enjoy my looks, I'll enjoy looking, you know, pretty, sexy or what have you, but this doesn't define who I am. And if as I get older, if, you know, I'll get facial wrinkles and my body will change, and whatever relationship I'm in, I don't want to feel insecure. If I'm focusing just on the outside of me and, you know, I'm going to grow old, I'm going to go gray, I'm going to get wrinkles, I'm going to gain weight. Somebody, you know, you can get sick, different things can happen. You know, different things can happen in life. If I put all of my value and my worth on the outer appearance, and I want a lifelong relationship where I am loved and adored and cherished exactly for who I am, that if I'm sick, this person is going to take care of me, is going to love me through sickness, through what is it? Through good and bad, through thick and thin, through sickness and in health. Like, I don't know if I said any of that right, but you guys know what I mean. I want somebody to be there for me who's going to love me when I wake up in the morning. I have no makeup on, my hair looks crazy, who's going to adore me, kiss me all over, and cherish me exactly how I am. Okay. That if I get sick, they're going to love me. They're going to take care of me. They're going to bring me soup. If, you know, whatever, I'm not going to bring up a bunch of examples like that, but if I get wrinkles, they don't care. They love me all the more. Like, you know, you guys can't, like, I have like, you know, my little, what are like little badges of age love on my face. And I love them. And in person, you guys can't actually see it with the lighting and the camera and stuff, but in person, when I look in the mirror now and I see my wrinkles, like I have forehead wrinkles here and here, and I start to see a little bit here and here. And when I see it now, I actually I love how I look as I age. There was a time in my life where I didn't, where I was feeling like very self-conscious, but now because I have gone within and I love myself from within, exactly who I am. And aging is beautiful. Aging is a beautiful thing. So I went on this tangent just because of somebody commenting on, like, you want to have a healthy love from the inside out, not worry so much about just the outer appearance. Don't define everything on the outer surface, because then you're in trouble. That's not authentic empowerment. That's not authentic love for yourself. You want to be, oh, that's what it was. What if you loved yourself too much? So you can never love yourself when it's true, unconditional love. You can never love yourself too much. You can go too much on the outer appearance and put too much in your outer stuff, and then you could end up in trouble down the line. Absolutely. Hopefully that helps. Okay, Dagmara, thank you so much. You're welcome. Okay. I hope I can do this also with my SP. You are amazing woman with hearts. Thank you. You're amazing too. MMM, hey, Kim with a heart. Hey, MMM, how are you? Can you guys hear my dog? My dogs are going crazy. My dogs have trained me. My dogs have trained me to feed them 2 to 3 times a day. They're only supposed to be fed once, but they have complete control over me. I am a slave to them. I'm at their mercy now that I work from home. Okay, MMM, why does the anxiety get so intense when you start to get movement with SP? Because you still have little parts of your old story that are active within you. So stop, like I've talked about this in videos before, detach your wounds from childhood, from your mom, from your dad, detach them from your SP. Stop I know that they may have showed up and reflected the back to you, but you have to kind of clean your filter and know that it's what it's coming from and deal with that separate from your SP if you can. Okay. Even when instilling and doubling down on good self-concept beliefs about self. Yeah. So it's just that it's still active within you. So keep doing that, but only see your SP in their best and highest light. Okay. Protect them. Protect the image of the people that you love in your life by only thinking of them and seeing them and imagining them in their highest and best light, with the best behavior, with the best love for themselves and for you. Only see the people in your life who are your specific people, no matter what kind of relationship it is, in their highest and best love and light. Only see them that way. Deal with your pain and your triggers from childhood and your wounds separately. It's not your person. Your person had to reflect it to you. It's meant for that. They are meant to do that for you. It's to help you. It's to help you learn how to love yourself. It's to help you learn how to go to God for your source of love and go to yourself for your source of love, and not to need validation from people outside of you. Okay? I love you. I hope that helps. Julie Adams, Kim, after doing the inner work for so long, do you still discover limiting beliefs within yourself? Yeah. Yeah, you can. It can be like layers and layers and layers, but it's okay. You can do it. It can definitely be like an onion, like you peel it away, you do some healing, you start to see differences and changes in your life. You stay good on your mental diet, you stay clear and focused, and then boom, something else might come up. And you just keep doing it. You literally just keep doing it. Sorry. Chairs is supposed to be here by now. Okay, Julie. Okay, so I answered that. Hocus pocus. Thank you, Kim. I am so thankful for you with a heart. If possible, please explain a term I think you called alter ego. You mentioned it. Okay, yeah. So when we create the best version of ourselves, okay, when I decided I was going to create, I decided to go all in 100% with manifesting so I could, my higher purpose was so I could do this someday. I wanted to teach people. I felt that was my calling. I felt it so deep in me that it literally, it was that thing. It got me up every morning. For years, when I would be getting ready in the morning, I had downloads constantly. Like constantly, I heard like things. I was like, oh my God, where does this even come from? And I started writing, and it's like I was writing this book on how to manifest. And I wanted to become a teacher because I was like, this is something that's coming from something so deep within me. This is my calling. This is my purpose in life. So I decided, okay, I had an amazing job at the time. It paid really well. It was very stable. It was very secure. I had an amazing boss, amazing coworkers. Like I literally had it all. And there are some stories I want to tell about that. But I decided, okay, I'm going to actually, as an experiment, to prove people that it's true, I asked, like, can I basically use me as this divine expression so I could teach people? And then what I'll do is I'll create something that I literally have no good reason. Like, there's no reason why I should have been successful with my business at all. I had no idea what I was doing. I literally had no freaking idea what I was doing, but I surrendered myself over to the process. And I trusted that God was literally going to provide everything for me every step of the way. And when I surrendered fully to it, so I could learn how to manifest, so I could reverse engineer everything, go through the ups and downs and literally walk the walk. So this was the whole purpose of doing this. I created an alter ego. This was the self-concept that I created at the time when I didn't know fully how to manifest. Was that like, it was things like, I know that I'm a powerful creator. I see how I fully understand how to manifest. It was like these umbrella statements, but I also created a personality that was somebody who everything that I touched turns to gold, that I was a successful like I was building my empire, like I was a successful interior designer, a successful business owner, that everybody was completely obsessed with my work, that I had like this cult-like following with my social media, that even though other businesses around me are falling for all of these stories about the economy, this was back in 2007 now, that and businesses are going out of business. I'm not subscribing to any of that stuff. Economy is not my source. God is my source. So I was creating an alter ego that basically was in complete full alignment. And it was this rock star, like interior designer. And, just like, again, everything I touch turns to gold. Everything that I do is success, this and that. And I created that alter ego and I stuck to it. So that's what I mean. It's like, celebrities. There are a lot of famous celebrities that create alter egos. Most successful people create kind of alter egos. It's just another way of saying that you're becoming the version of you that you want to be. Usually, like, I only want to become the version of me who's the authentic version of me. So the authentic version of me is completely and fully loved, adored, cherished, is a gift to somebody's life, is like an incredible daughter, is an amazing teacher. I help to change people's lives. And as a partner in a relationship, so this would be who I see myself as. I'm an amazing lover. I'm an amazing friend. I'm an amazing confidant. I'm nurturing. I'm caring. I'm a good listener. I'm a good communicator. I'm fun to be around. I bring it all and I give it all to this person. I give this person my all. So like that would be my self-concept on different layers. Okay. Hopefully that makes sense. So alter ego doesn't mean that you're not creating a fake version of you. When I used alter ego, I meant that you are just becoming your most authentic version of you. But there are different facets of you, of your personality. There's the daughter, the son, the husband, the wife, the best friend, the lover, the employee or the business owner, things like that. I hope that makes sense. Creative Vista. Oh, I haven't seen you in a while, Creative Vista. Hi, Kim. Hi. I feel like I know everything about the law. Good. Feel a lot better. I think I made a lot of progress, but in terms of loneliness and SP0 change, do you have a tip? Thanks so much. So somewhere you're holding on to a little bit of an old story. So that's a very general, broad question, but somewhere you're still seeing yourself as being without, so you're somehow still focusing on lack. My guess is that you're trusting more in your 3D than in your imagination. So start to think of your imagination as the source. Your inner world is the source of your outer world. Your outer world is being generated by and from your inner world. Cause, effect, cause, effect, cause, effect, mirror. Right? So that you just want to keep persisting. And if you want to add a little more detail, I think that hopefully will help you, that it's a self-concept. It almost always comes down to self-concept, because if you really trusted in everything with the law, and you trusted in that 3D reality is just a reflection, then why would you get so tripped up with things? Right? You know what I mean? Hocus Pocus said you look 30. Oh, yeah. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Drew, you look great. Thank you. That's very sweet. So these are clearly comments from when I was talking about my age lines, my facial wrinkles, which again, I love. I don't mind them. MMM going to be reaching out to me soon for another session. Awesome. I look forward to it. MMM, I love you too, Kim. Thank you. I love you too. You're welcome. Yeah, so we'll go over on your next session. We'll go over everything. Just reach out. Ray Light, when in July is your birthday? July 5th. So I'm July 5th, 1971. I'm Cancer. My rising sign, which I think is it called I don't know. Rising sign is Sagittarius. My Venus is in Gemini. I think that's all I remember. Anyway, I think it's a good combination. We'll see. Anyway. Drew. Oh, wait, Christina, after doing all the great work for myself, really looking into my heart and removing the old story, I am a little anxious. My dreams are actually going to come true. Yeah. Now you're asking, does anybody get that? Yeah. Yeah. That can happen. Work through it, honey. Just work through it. Just keep trusting. It's almost a feeling of like, see it as incredible excitement. Guys, tell me if you can hear the dogs because they're really barking in the background. I'm probably going to have to cut the live off because I don't want my neighbors to be complaining about it. So I'm going to give you guys like a quick 5 minutes heads up. I'm going to be ending the session very soon. Drew, is creating alter ego like shifting states? No, not at all. Creating an alter ego is your self-concept. Shifting states is when you are believing in and feeling in a particular version of you. So a state is basically just that if I'm in the state of having everything that I want with the person that I love, then I'm thinking from the state of the end, that we're together, we're happy, it's healthy, we're whole, we're complete, we're having fun, we're enjoying life together. Me and her against the world. You know what I mean? We're each other's safe haven. That is a feeling, that is a state. The self-concept or the alter ego of that would be that I'm in that part of me, that self-concept would be that I am loved, I'm adored, I'm cherished, I'm shown respect, I'm valued, I'm appreciated. I am a gift to somebody's life and they absolutely love, adore, and cherish me. And they absolutely are so incredibly grateful that we have this chance to love each other in our lives. That would be the self-concept or the alter ego of that, but a state is different. Does that make sense, Drew? I hope it does. Hocus Pocus, you are an inspiration. Thank you for explaining. You're welcome. I see you dwelling in love, health, and abundance. May you be blessed. Oh, thank you. I see the same for you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Creative, thank you so much. How long is your waiting list for coaching? I can shift things. I have times blocked out in my schedule for filming. It is important that I get my filming and my editing done, but I can usually find time if somebody needs usually it's kind of like a couple weeks out, but if you need something sooner, I can shift something. So if you want coaching, just anybody out there, you just go to coreunion.com, click on the link at top. It says like one-on-one coaching or something, and then you'll see like single sessions, packages. I have a lot of amazing packages if somebody wants to like usually weekly support, 30-minute sessions weekly is really, really good because it really helps. And I do see a lot of clients get a lot of movement when they're seeing me regularly, but you don't have to. So just click on the website, click on the book coaching, whatever it says, and then I will email you. When I see that you booked it, I'll email you with my first available. And if you need something sooner than like 2 weeks, I'll just put you in sooner. Hocus Pocus, I'm a Cancer with rising Sagittarius. Awesome. That's good. So you must be fabulous then. Creative Vista, heart with an exclamation. Thank you. That's right back to you. Lee, sorry, Kim, got to go to work. Thank you. Have an amazing day, everyone. Thank you, Kim. You're welcome, Lee. It was awesome to see you. I didn't see you earlier. And Myth Babu, I am also July 5th. Awesome. Then again, you must be fabulous too. Just saying. Drew, that clears that up. I never thought of alter ego before and felt it was similar. Yeah. So it's just another way of saying self-concept, the version of you that you want to be and should be an authentic version of you, right? So, okay, guys, giving you a heads up. Does anybody else have any questions? Because I'm going to end this any second now so I can feed my babies. G. Gabriella, hey, Kim. Hey, we already said hi. What's up? Hocus Pocus, sends love and some kisses. Kisses back to you. Thank you. G said, thank you again. You're welcome. Let's see. Juliana, shoot, just got here July 10th. Awesome. So you must be a Cancer too with a heart. Well, welcome. I'm sorry that you're catching the end of it. Guys, if you're on, please give the video a thumbs up. It helps. It literally helps the channel get found. So it's amazing what it does. So I really appreciate it. It helps me grow. Thank you. Okay, so I love you guys so much. Does anybody else have a question? Anybody else need me for a quick answer? Okay. Then I love you guys so much. I will be putting up the video shortly of Drew. Thank you for your time and appreciate all your advice and information recently. You're welcome. You're welcome. It's my pleasure. I'm going to be putting up a video maybe later on today, if not tomorrow, about just a perfect example of how everyone is you pushed out. I love you guys so, so much. I really, really do. And let me see. Yeah, I love you. Comment down below and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.